What day is it?
Hump Day!
Hump Day season finale 2020. Talk about the show you've been waiting for all year to get this stuff over with.
It's going to be so exciting. Not really.
No. Well,
how you doing, RC Crazy?
What's going on, Eric with a C?
Ew.
I know, I was looking at that.
Ew.
Where are you at now?
I'm in Wisconsin.
Ooh, like Milwaukee-ish or?
Milwaukee. Drove through a damn snowstorm to get here.
Oh, God.
Of course,
now it's still snowing?
No, it's not snowing, but I really, really wish I had a working quad at the moment because, well, this is what I can do. Because over there, it's just some fresh, no footprints, powder with cool construction gap things, and yeah. But I don't have any working quads right now, so yeah.
That sucks. What's broken? Like, what's the easiest thing oh boy, let me try this again. The one that requires the least amount of repair to get it up and flying, what does it need?
They're all relatively easy, actually. One of them needs a receiver. Another one needs an FPV antenna and a camera. Another one needs 2 bells and or motors. And I don't know about the other one. Probably just a receiver antenna.
Wow.
That's all from Delaware. Except for the 2 busted motor bells. That was from here. You're just going to have to guess at that, John. E-Drone, what's up, big dog? Smash that like or dislike button, mofos, because we care so much.
And if you like what goes on and you want to continue to be a part of it, hit subscribe.
Oh, and share and Twitter us. We don't have a Twitter. Don't Twitter us. Actually, I think we do. I think we do have a Twitter. I'm not sure. Don't Twitter us. I'm not going to look at it.
We do. We have a Twitter.
Ever.
For a while, I had everything interjointed, connected. So when I posted at one, it automatically aggregated, and that has long since stopped working.
Awesome. Cheers.
And now I can't remember some of the passwords.
They're all my name, sort of.
Correct. And there's variations of it.
Apparently. I thought they were all the same.
What's going on, John? Hey, did you happen to see any pictures of John's customized controller case?
I did. That shit was sick.
Looked pretty good. I started to reply and razz him, but it just didn't feel genuine because I didn't mean it. So then I just erased everything.
Well, I mean, it is a piece of shit transmitter, so we can talk shit on that.
That's pretty much where it was going.
Oh.
Hot pink paint can't fix thumbs.
Yeah, it came out real good, John. Or excuse me, Vampire. I'm not supposed to use people's names in here.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Sounded
Sorry.
good.
I do it all the time because I don't know. Well,
but stuff happened. The FAA. Dun, dun, dun.
Stuff happened, but I'll be honest.
Sort of.
For the hobbyist, not that much changed, and I don't really care.
Not that much changed from what we knew was coming.
Right. And like what I mean to clarify is I was talking to Chris about this earlier today because I spent the day hanging out with Chris. And my stance is we knew remote ID was coming. Like that was not optional. We knew it was coming. But there's all this other stuff that had been brought up about where you can and can't fly and how you can fly and all these other stipulations and regulations. And, you know, there was a lot of contrary verbiage in the NPRM to what was part of the old rule set. Well, what they essentially did was stick with the same exact old rule set with the addition of any drone over 250 grams has to have remote ID outside of a FRIA. Honestly, not that big of a deal, if you ask me.
Yeah, I didn't care one way or the other, but it was something good to talk about.
Well, I think it's good to talk about right now. I mean, one, it can be used for clickbait, but in practicality, there's a lot of people making a much bigger stink out of a lot of things than I think is necessary. And it's interesting to see how much of it is appropriated around misinformation. Again,
well, one thing that everybody's talking about is, oh my God, we have to have remote ID. Well, guess what? Remote ID for drones has not been invented yet.
correct.
And nobody's saying this. Now, I am sure that the industry will step up in the next 2 years, but as far as I know, doesn't exist.
Yeah, and all they did was essentially stipulate what the requirements have to be, what it has to support, right? I love it.
It's new. Sorry, we're geeking out on new shit that happened in StreamYards.
Yep, they added some new theme stuff, so I decided to put a little bit of it into play.
It's so bubbly.
Yeah, well, and it's different. I like different. It feels fresh.
I just want to click on people's names now.
You want to see what I like? Well, hold on. We're going to keep to Vampire, but this one, oh, crap. This one is the interesting one. Doing my first TPU print right now. What, you don't, reading is hard? I don't know.
You were like gearing me up for something cool to happen. And
I think that is cool. John got a 3D printer, and he's going to start printing his own stuff. All right, well.
No, that's cool. That's cool as hell. You were talking like you were going to do something cool with StreamYard. And
oh, no.
Oh, you misled me. No, I'm sticking with Crystal. What's up, girlfriend?
All right. Well, you man the chat. And yeah, just to finish that, I mean, I just don't think it's that big of a deal. Remote ID, there was no way we were going to stop that. The commercialization of the airspace for UAVs, low altitude UAVs, is a fact. It is not being disputed. It is moving forward. And with that comes remote ID. Remote ID is not new. In some forms, it's already in play with DJI products and some of those. And honestly, how many of us are flying over 400 feet? How many of us are flying beyond visual line of sight? How many of us are flying in places they shouldn't be? Almost none of us are doing that with any regularity. I'm not going to say it doesn't happen, but
no, one thing we got to look out for, though, is they haven't truly defined beyond visual line of sight yet, and that's the thing that affects FPVers the most.
It does, but the way the verbiage is, it's not changing, which means that we're still going to be required to have a spotter, but there's not going to be any way to enforce that the same way there's not now.
True. Crystal, we'll have more on that. We'll have more on that in a little bit. I have a video. God.
For old time's sake.
But yeah, I mean, as far as I know too, that the DJI ones, they're not even quite what the FAA is looking for, right?
Well, what the FAA has outlined is only unidirectional. They only want you transmitting, the equivalent of ADS-B or something. Basically, it doesn't need to be a live connection, and it doesn't need to be doing bi-directional communication. You know, it doesn't need to be taking in other coordinates, so it doesn't need to be one of those fully, I'm trying to remember what it was. But anyway, it just needs to be the lightweight version. And so what?
So it's basically going to be just enough to fuck with my video feed.
Actually, I don't even think it's going to fuck with your video, because it is being proposed that it will use 2.4 or 5 gigahertz wireless, which is outside of the 5.8 gigahertz range.
But that's our control link range.
If you're using FR Sky or something like that.
A lot of people still do, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Not to mention the new shit, Tracer.
I don't know anything about Tracer, so I can't speak to that.
It's 2.5.
2.5 or 2.4?
Well, whatever. The one that FiSky uses.
Oh, okay. Then it's 2.4.
Yeah.
But that technology uses spread spectrum, which just means it's aware of which channels are in use and which ones aren't, so it knows what to use. And the technology's been in use so long that it's not a concern anymore. It's not 1995. You know, wireless is not just on the bleeding edge of everything.
Yeah, and well, like I said, and I'm sure that the industry will step up and make it suited to what we need it for. Because sub 250, I'm sorry, but it is not the way.
No, I don't foresee any way it's ever going to be. And that's part of my argument why it's not that big a deal. Now, when I say not that big a deal, I don't feel like it's extra invasive. I don't feel like it's this huge stomp on everything. All it's going to do is allow any other UAVs in the area, which I'll expand on in a second, to know the location of yours. That's the big thing. Now, that's such a big deal. We are piloting our aircraft real time ourselves. All these other UAVs are going to be completely autonomously piloted. That right there should be what's scaring the hell out of everyone, not the fact that we're in the air. Now you've got these things, because look, here's the thing. We were never supposed to be flying above people or groups of people. We were never supposed to be flying above traffic. We were never supposed to be flying over bridges and things. And where do you think all these UAVs are going to be flying with no pilots looking after them? So explain to me the logic in that.
Yeah, well,
our drones, 1 pound, okay, 1-ish pound on average, with 5-inch props. Think of that thing hurtling out of the air. Let's say all the way up at 400 feet, hurtling out of the air and running into a person. That's going to leave a mark, right? Well, these package delivery drones are a magnitude larger in both weight and size.
Yeah, and I don't see them being all that slow.
No. But if one loses the ability to fly and comes hurtling out of the sky from 400 feet, you tell me which one's going to do more damage.
Yeah, well, if that ends up happening, we're going to get the brunt of any new rules from that anyway.
Yeah, so
doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't. And then the last thing that leaves is the logging cost. Because, you know, if and when there is a cost, thank you very much, Adam Plummet.
Plummet, you are a freaking FPV tooth fairy guy.
Tooth fairy. That's a good word.
I couldn't come up with anything better.
No, that's a great analogy. Pal, I'm going to leave that up there. Yeah, the only thing I don't agree with, I know it's going to happen. I don't have to like it. None of us have to like it. Is there's going to be a subscription fee for those logging services. Now, if they were more along the lines of $5 a month, I would have a whole lot less to complain about. I have this feeling they are going to be in the 15-ish plus range. And that right there is going to chap my rear end.
I'm also thinking that that's going to be per drone. And I'm thinking that I don't give a shit if it's 50 cents. If the law is telling me I have to have a private service in order to do what I want, Now, I understand that happens in normal life anyway, but I don't fucking like it.
I don't like it either. And that paying for a recurring cost just for somebody to log my shit because that is where I will draw the line.
You heard it here. Josh is going rebel, motherfuckers.
Hey, I know we're not always going to, one of my keywords is compromise. We're not all in the world going to agree on everything all the time, but usually we can find a middle ground. That right there, we are going to force you to do this. We're going to allow the data collection to be third-party driven, which is opening the door for all kinds of rampant problems and invasions of privacy and things. And then we're also going to make you have to pay for it.
Yep. You know what, Plummet? I'm gonna give that $20 to Tyler's GoFundMe.
That is a fantastic idea.
It's gonna be a fair bit more than that too, but we can talk about that later.
Yeah, it's a good topic. And, admittedly, I'm going to tell everybody here, when I did not read it verbatim, word for word, every section. What I did is I went through it as I went, oh, this is commercial, don't care. This is 107, don't care. And I went straight to the sections that applied to me and the way I fly. And I read them, and they said exactly the same thing that the rules do now with the addition of remote ID.
Yeah, that's better than me. I didn't read it at all. AAA, I was just trying to get your goat, bro. Besides, it might not fly, but I know you got a 6-inch, motherfucker.
Your wife told us.
No, that 6-inch weighs sub 250. I guarantee it does. At least it does now.
E-Drone, Eric with a K, Marcel Robert, welcome, brother.
Marcel is actually, I wanted to actually say that, you know what, bro? I have actually heard really, really, really good things about it. Matter of fact, I've heard nothing but good things about the Tracer. No, well, at least no complaints on Control Link, even in city environments, which is where it wouldn't wouldn't be as good. But the speed, it feels like it's reading your mind, is what a lot of my friends have said to me.
I've heard the same things. I think what they did was take what they learned with the Crossfire product and just applied it to 2.4. And it seems to have gone a long way.
And it's a hella cheaper.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, dude, it's like $126 and you get like 3 or 4 receivers.
Well, I'm already invested in Crossfire, and it is more than living up. Like, there was actual deficiency. I was having Control Link problems when I moved to Crossfire from 2.4. I'm not having any of those issues with Crossfire.
Agreed.
Oh.
Hey, there's one thing we can all agree on is beard beads, okay?
I agree. The other day, he had it braided and with a bead in it. It actually looked pretty tight.
Well, I was going to do that, but I didn't do shit in like 30 seconds before I hit live. I'm like, so I could look good for y'all. Because, you lady out there. It's a shrunken head.
Well, I was having some flashbacks earlier today. Got down to Chris's and about 11:30 and sat around and talked and pet his rabbit and, just had a good time. Like, I went down there just to hang out with Chris. I actually didn't go down to fly. Now, of course, I took my stuff with me. It was a nice day. Yeah, that bunny is super furry. But we went out. He said, where do you want to go? And, I've seen a few videos from the Warwick Community College, and I was like, I want to go there. So we get over there. He runs a pack. I run a pack. He puts another battery on, and within 30 seconds, ends up on a roof.
Okay, wait a minute, wait a minute. I gotta stop you right there because you cut out a key part of that. Is that you put on your goggles and said, "Hey, Chris, I'm on your channel." Ding, 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 ding. Well, automatically, Chris is going to go do something either really cool or really stupid. Either way, it's going to be epic.
And it was.
And the story continues there.
But and that's exactly what happened. I even acknowledged it after I said it. I said, "Hey, I'm going to do a ride along, so I'm watching." He went, "Oh, okay." And I said, now you're going to fuck up because you know I'm here watching. And then he started doing some hotter stuff. And it was going really cool. And he went to Matty Flip an awning. Now, the awning, is like a roof like this. Let's say these are the walls and the pillars. And then the actual roof of it is inset about 18 inches, 16 inches. So he's coming over it, just hits the lip, breaks his prop, bounces back inside, upside down. That was all she wrote. Now, at that point, we could have taken a lesson from the rest of 2020 and just had a fit and thrown of all of our stuff and thrown the backpack up there too for good measure. And instead we said, no, game on. I go to my truck, grab a bungee cord because it kind of holds a hoop shape, grabbed a zip tie, put that thing underneath one of my drones and started making passes, trying to hook it. And, I knew a couple times because you could feel it. You could see, you could watch the camera kind of jerk and dip that I had hooked it. But because I was dragging it behind me, I wasn't sure just exactly how much. Once I saw a little bit of footy of some of those efforts, I was kind of hot because I hooked that thing multiple times, just not enough to get it over the ledge. But the whole afternoon, at that point, I put about 3 batteries in. Now, on the 3rd battery, I wasn't paying attention to my battery percentage, and my drone died mid-attempt. Like, had nothing left. In my goggles, before everything went to static, I was seeing 9 volts.
And just so you don't think that Josh is lying, we got the footy.
Do it. But it was a good time. In the end, we ended up, oh, yes. We ended up getting a hold of somebody. Crystal knows somebody whose husband runs a cherry picker truck with an electric company, and they swung in, hopped up on the roof, grabbed our drones, and 5 minutes later, they were gone. So even after the running around, we were climbing on racks in a warehouse, trying to get ladders and stuff. Look. God.
At this point, I'm sorry I didn't get the volume, but Chris was singing, and there's some what it means to be in a friend or whatever that freaking thing is. What it means to be in a friend.
What can I say except you're welcome?
But we thought you guys get a kick out of that shit. So I tore those videos down real quick from our chat and threw them together in Premiere, spit it out the other end, and there you go.
It's one of those lessons, and you have a decision how you want to react to every situation. For me, I suddenly felt like Jigsaw. I want to play a game,
with his Hero 8 on it.
Hell yeah. And that's the first thing. He's like, "You set out with your hero?" I said, "Yes, I am." Then after we lost that drone and I grabbed my second drone, he sees me hooking everything up and he goes, and I grab a session and start pushing. He goes, "You're putting a GoPro in it again?" I'm like, hell yeah.
I have taught you well.
Oh, man, I was all in.
Raz, man, what's up, big dog?
Jeffrey Style, welcome. And I saw Sidewinder. Hello, too.
Sidewinder. Hey, and not that all of you guys don't know already, but Sidewinder makes these really cool lanyards, custom. You need to talk with him. He's right there. He has his channel, Sidewinder Customs, FPV, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
We got something cool coming up soon for you, Judge. For you, Sidewinder. And the Jeff Freestyles. How you doing, Jeff? How's your health, man? You freaking coming back against that shit? Doronas?
Oh, I must have left my goggles out in the truck. I was going to show off my new red faceplate.
Oh, I thought you were just showing us that badass roll on the back of your neck.
I love it. That's the only reason I get my hair cut, so I can show off my hot dog. Hey, what's going on, Mystery D?
So I hope some of you guys have had some adventures this last weekend. I sure as hell didn't. Weather's been crap.
Yeah.
As you can see behind me.
You have to get out and just get some packs in anyway once in a while, though. You know, the one pack I did fly, I just kind of started going for it, you know, right out of the box. It just, you know, what sucks after having a spell where I needed to back off and focus on some other things, you know, I start to notice that, you know, things have to be a little more conscious. They're not as instinctual as I remember them being. No, I know if I just throw a couple packs at it every day, regardless, it comes right back. But there's something to be said for it.
Yeah, last time I tried to fly after not flying for a while, which was a couple weeks ago. I ended up on a roof, and yeah, we went through that story on the last show. Destroyed a couple motors. Mexican almost tried to steal my GoPro. It was fantastic. I got everything back though. For anybody who didn't hear that.
Roofs are where it's at, man.
Especially when you power into them upside down at full speed, because you're not sure your angle of your power loop, and just like that, sound effects and everything.
Yeah, Adam, I've noticed you putting a lot of pictures and short clips and stuff up of your DJI footy around town. Somebody's really digging that.
Oh, hey, what's the point of getting it if you ain't putting it to use?
That's right.
But this weekend, Chuck's doing some repairing because I got all kind of parts, and the only thing that's been stopping me is trying to get this edit done that I've been trying to get myself to do for the past 3 months, which is going to be freaking epic and dropping tomorrow morning, by the way. So,
I look forward to it.
It's fucking rad. I wish I would have had the heart to make it 15 minutes long and put all the cool shit in there. No, I made it watchable, guys. You'd be all right.
One good day in the past 2 months. I kind of feel like that, you know, especially with, you know, work and the days being shorter. Even on the really nice days, it's like there's just not enough time to get around to everything. Oh, I don't even need that. Honestly, the last 2 winters, I have flown a ton, and I mean like parking my drone into snow, unconformal, no repercussions. The only thing that happens is once in a while, it doesn't want to fly right afterwards. I stick it under the heater vent or up on the defrost, let it sit there for 10 minutes, good to go.
Yeah, I don't have that luck.
Kiss.
I haven't flown a lot of KISS.
You've been flying a lot of that H7.
Flying a lot of that H7. And anybody who ordered one for batch 2, guess what? They're in the fucking mail.
Finally. I know Preston was real happy to send that news out.
Yeah, no shit. I was, because, you know, I bitched at his email guy who does his emails or whatever, just like everybody else did. And I started talking to him, and I was like, man, you know, you probably just get this all day long. I do not envy your job right now. He couldn't really say anything to that, but I understood. Explain, Double A. I can make us. I'm good at 60-second quickies. That's going on the board. Bang!
Well, I thought we had Eric for the TikToks. Actually, speaking of Eric, now we don't have to.
Yeah, I guess.
Point, and we appreciate the reminder. Anybody who's interested in receiving some stickers and battery straps, aka slap and strap, let us know. Send us an email. Let me see.
Right there.
Oh, he's already on it. Yes, send us an email there, just asking for stickers and straps with your mailing address.
Of course, all of you that are watching are friends right now anyway. So if you don't know this shit already, we can't help you.
That's okay. Leanne, what's going on? Long time no see.
Leanne.
Trying to get out of that winter funk.
Little racer, man. What's up? What's up with the races? Is it all freaking virtual still?
I thought last month he was down in Florida doing some racing. I think I saw some stuff on Facebook. Sure, Eric.
Look,
go ahead and hop on.
Leanne, you need some tattoos, bro. That's all you need. You'll win.
I'm sure that's coming in due time. Wow. How many contestants?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
You know, I think it's really cool to say, you know, to be able to say that you rank in a certain place in the region, in the country, in the world. You know, it always sets a bar. There's a little bit of luck in it, a little bit of skill. I am a believer in opportunity. You create your opportunities through preparedness, aka practice. That's where the skill comes in. But, you know, more than anything, it's being there, doing it, you know. Not all of us have that opportunity, so go out there and run those packs, champ.
Hey, Leanne, you got some footy from that race on your channel? I haven't checked it out in a while. Be cool to see. Out of 800-ish pilots.
Wow. Woo. Brother, you can cut that any way you want with excuses. That is damn good.
Yeah, no, that's real good.
What's going on, Jess?
Everybody's going to have issues, so 39th out of 800? Yeah.
Hey, if you feel bad after that, you're looking for something to feel bad about.
If he feels bad after that, that just means he's striving to be a freaking winner.
Yeah, because second place is just the first place loser, right?
Boom.
I love it.
Bobby, but you could get third, fourth, fifth. Hell, I think even eighth place pays.
Yeah, I guess that comes into play too.
I know I butchered that quote, but
yeah, I know when he goes down there, he hangs with his granddad, and him and his granddad do a lot of that. So he'll correct me if I misspoke, but all the way around, it's just a great opportunity. Sounds like a family and friends event.
Right? If my family were hanging out while I was flying, I'd probably run into their heads.
Adam, you should race that Mini.
Absolutely. You know what? There are actually DJI drone races, which is kind of funny.
Know that.
You hear? Oh, okay. Anyways.
Oh. I'm glad I didn't misspeak. We met up. Leanne lives in our general area. We met up a couple times, and you know, he's a real social guy. He's very easy to talk to, kind of an open book. So it's more of a matter of whether I was listening properly or not, and apparently I was.
A little bit of a hothead, but you know what? That's the winner in him.
Yeah, man.
So look out, the rest of you 39 or 37 people.
All right, Jess, good night. Get some rest. For tomorrow could be a long day if anybody has plans. We don't, but I'm going to see if I can drum some up anyway.
I'm getting a little jacked up on this coffee. It's fun but boring at the same time. I can see that, Mom. Come on, Leanne. I'm joking with you.
Is anybody else confused by Vampire's remark? I have no idea.
Every single time.
I mean, it's just completely random. Oh, well, I guess that's why.
Don't ever question Vampire.
What's going on, Eric?
Guys, what's going on? Good evening.
You're a little late.
No, I was just thinking, I said, I don't want to miss the season finale, man.
I don't know, but that thing on your head makes me want to grab a 30-06.
Oh, yeah. Hey, make sure you get the watermelon, though.
Oh, boy. So how you doing tonight, Eric?
Hey, man, I'm doing good.
Vampire, I'm biting my tongue, dog.
Uh-huh.
So what, you got a full day tomorrow, half day?
What's that?
Full day tomorrow, half day?
It'll probably be 3/4 of a day, you know.
Not too shabby.
At least that's what I'm hoping.
Plans?
Yeah, gonna hang out with the family.
Yeah.
See if we can stay awake till the ball drops.
What ball?
Well, whatever drops. The time, I guess.
I'm still waiting for my third ball to drop, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been stuck up there for a while.
You know, I didn't plan it this way, but we're actually going to head up to Bear to one of those VR arcade places.
Ooh.
Okay.
You know, so this week, traditionally, I take off between Christmas and New Year's, and my wife does not. And that's one of those weeks where it's just for me to kind of recharge. And a lot of times I get some time with the kids too, both together and one-on-one. Well, for reasons we're all aware of, that's really hard right now. So I was asking the kids, I'm like, is there anything you want to do that we can actually do? Because I'm just kind of drawing a blank. And the youngest said, well, you know, I'd like to go to one of those VR places. And I was like, that's a really good idea. So I looked into it. And there's a place up there that had some time slots. So about 5 o'clock, we're going to be there for an hour. And I think my wife's getting off work early is going to come too. And we're going to do that, head to the Christiana Mall for a short bit, grab either some early dinner or some dinner after that, and then head home. And I think it'll chalk up to be a good New Year's Eve.
All I heard was you're going to the mall to shop for Christians?
No.
Okay.
You're going to be in this area tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping for Friday, but
not for you. The family will be up there. I'm not stopping by.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I was thinking Friday would be better for me. I'd like to see it. Even if we don't get to fly, whatever, we can just hang out, have lunch, catch up.
You can always find a roof.
Oh, yeah. There's always something to talk about.
No, I'm planning Friday for that. Tomorrow will be the family.
I got thinking, I said, man, you know what? This is the season finale of the FPV Noob Tube. I'm still in the giving spirit. I'm very excited. So I want to do a giveaway, if it's okay with you guys, on a live stream tonight.
Wow, surprise to me.
Yeah. Is it cool? Because if it's really stupid, I'll be totally way more entertained.
Well, we'll find out in just a minute.
Eric, you're driving.
So basically, you know, it's going to be the old. I mean, it's pretty easy. I mean, you gotta be subscribed to the FPV Noob Tube, obviously. smash the like button, all that good jazz. And then when we get ready to show what we're giving away, all you have to do is just type enter down in the live chat.
No. You have to type "Happy Birthday, Vampire."
Okay, you got to
You have
do
to
happy
spell it
birthday.
right.
Yeah, let's
Ooh,
do it that way.
I like that stipulation.
Shouldn't be that hard. He's right here. It's in the chat.
Exactly. Hey, do you guys still have Nightbot in here or no?
Hell no.
Yeah, I took him out of mine too.
He was a fucking tyrant.
Do this the old-fashioned way, but tell him don't do it yet. Don't do it yet.
Yeah, that don't count, mister. You got to say it again.
You gotta wait till after we show it.
I don't even know. What is it? The suspense is killing me.
Yeah, well, if I can't find my pen and paper, and we're going to be going through.
I hope it's a rubber.
I hope it's like a busted motor.
You know, I have multiple motor bells that are either cracked and or bent and or broken. I don't know why I keep them, but I like them.
Okay.
It's a graveyard, dude. Sidewinder got a wing. Oh, that should be busted in no time.
Uh-huh.
Especially all that parking lot flying.
Yeah. So if you want to just maybe pop up on the screen or put it down in the live chat, the FPV NoobTube Gmail account or Gmail. I'm sorry, not the account, but the email. So that's what the winner is going to need to do to get the information so we can ship it to you.
Don't worry about it. Hey, dude, we'll just do it like we always do. We'll do it like we always do giveaways, and we'll put out the link to a forum. It makes things a lot easier, and you don't end up buying 2 drones to give away in one live stream.
And this is a U.S. giveaway only.
Lower 48?
Yeah. However we normally do.
We know everybody in here, man. Come on.
Yeah, we got some Canadians hanging around in here once in a while.
I think Eric is deciding what he's going to give away right now.
No, I have it.
I saw you turn around and you're like, which one?
So what you're going to win tonight, whoever's interested, is this lightly used and abused Project Blue Falcon JC Diatone frame.
Who's that?
I'm going to slap you, Josh.
This is a FPV racing frame carbon diatone. It is extremely rare, very hard to find. Thank me later, whoever wins this. This is freaking awesome. Hey, I'm even going to throw in the camera to go with it. Look at that. The Xylo, Runcam Robin Xylo. So you're going to get this frame with, look, it even has JC's mug right on there for you.
Salute.
Project Blue Falcon.
Not to nitpick. Are there some screws missing?
Yeah.
I got all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I got all the screws. Yeah, I got all the hardware.
I really wasn't trying to complicate, but I would hate somebody to get that and for them to be kind of like very specific proprietary screws.
No, I got all the screws.
Okay. Sorry, man.
Yeah. This is a race frame, and it had, like I said, I think it's the Diatone MK32, something like that is what it's based off of.
What I can tell you is that I know AA wants this thing really bad.
And it's like wrapped, like the carbon is wrapped in this cool, like, Project Blue Falcon wrap with his face on it.
Well, I am going to fire up my trusty notepad.
Fire it up.
And when you say ready or when you say go, I will start taking names.
Merry Christmas, guys. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy New Year. Let's get it on, man. You guys want to win this frame? This Project Blue Falcon JC Diatone frame with the Runcam, the Xylo Runcam camera ready to roll here. Type in enter now.
No, you type in Happy Birthday Vampire 4997.
Oh yeah, shoot. See, it wouldn't be right if I didn't screw it up.
Well, of course.
Type in "Happy Birthday to Vampire 4997" in the chat now, and we'll enter you in to win this guy. Completely free, by the way. Gonna ship it to you. Nice and pretty. She'll have all the hardware that's not in there right now. It's only a couple screws that aren't in there, but I have them. Trust me, I have plenty of hardware. This guy came with a whole extra hardware pack.
All right, you can go ahead and throw double A in there. We know this.
Yeah.
Razman.
I don't know.
It's definitely a razor.
Okay, all right.
Night Train, you better type in the right thing, man. We got Sidewinder, FPV. Even though there's a space there shouldn't be in there, I'm gonna count it. Mystery D.
It's your birthday, brother. We're gonna blast it all over. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, brother. John, love you, man.
Leon's like, I got more frames than I know what to do with. Fuck you guys.
Did you see him? He actually made the remark that if we want some frames to give away, to get in touch with him.
I saw that.
I was like, ugh.
Throw Tommy G in there.
I don't even think you could find this anymore, guys. Like it's that rare. Like I'm serious. Like this is something rare, man.
Did you ever build it out, Eric?
I did. I flew it with Flight 1 on it.
You did.
That's why
I
I
ended
didn't
up
last that
crashing
long.
it because I completely crapped out the battery at around 250 feet.
That's
So
right,
it's
Sidewinder.
Yeah, you don't see whose faces that is?
All right, don't throw in Tommy G. He's just no.
Ooh.
It's JC, man. It's Project Blue Falcon, brother. That's who it is.
Anybody else? Last chance.
Wow.
We got double A, Razman, Night Train, double A. Put in double A twice.
Night Train, I'll have a spare.
Sidewinder, Mystery D, and throw in Vampire. I don't give a shit if he won't say happy birthday to himself.
Throw him in there. You're going to get it, John. You're going to get it in to enter in to win.
Brian, you're not that sneaky, bro. We know what your name is.
It's the holidays, man. I want to try to bless somebody. Try to put a smile on somebody's face. We could all use an extra smile right about now.
Yes, Vampire's old.
And yes, Chuck, you were exactly right. I did not know what I was going to give away until I picked it up.
I know, I knew it.
I knew I wanted to give away something, and I wanted it to be kind of substantial, not just a little, a little giveaway.
Thank you very much, Eric.
Hey, and if y'all don't think it's fair the double A's in there twice, you can suck it, because it's double A, not one.
And it is
it's the wheel of names.
All right, cut off. Spin that thing.
All right.
Hold on, wait. We missed names.
Uh-oh. Don't do that. I don't have 2 to give away.
Who'd we miss? Brian Reedy is not another name that we missed.
And I didn't see anything.
All right. You guys get like a minute to tell me who the hell we missed.
Holy strobe.
At the Neverly, you will wait and see that we will rip your quads all day faithfully at the Neverly. That was for Ray, by the way.
Leon, you didn't say the proper phrase.
Disqualified.
All right. He said everybody in here said happy birthday.
Spin the damn wheel.
Spin it. Send it to the
Sorry, Leon. You said you had more frames you know what to do with, Hug.
This may even be like one of the last ones.
It's the Razman!
Razman FPV. Congratulations, Razman FPV. You have just won this Project Blue Falcon JC Dieter frame.
I will accept Super Chaps to mute Eric from ever doing that again.
You know what? This whole spur of the moment thing, I dig. I love spontaneity. I love the energy. And I throw out that submission.
Guys are awesome. This is season finale, man. Get pumped. Get pumped.
All right, Ray, make sure you send your address to your local fishing site, and we'll be sure
got his
to great stuff in return. Hey, Eric.
I got his address.
I know.
That's
so,
funny.
Eric, how's your Saturday stream going? You've been doing that for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, it's going good, man. You know, the normal hiccups that we all go through, the trial and error stuff, but pushing right through all that the best that we can. Steamrolling.
I didn't watch the last one yet, last week's, but I've seen the other ones. I thought they were good. I kind of like that. I know they don't go on forever. I like that there seems to be a good structure to it. Like, I don't know, it just has a good pace. It has. I enjoy it.
Thank you, brother.
You do need to watch the last one because it's funny. Eric gets fucked.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't tell you the finale on that. I forgot. I didn't tell you what happened after the stream. So I thought that I was actually going to be giving away 2 of them, when really I just wanted to give away 1. But I forgot to put somebody's name on the wheel, and I felt bad, so I did a double spin. And I said, you know what? It's okay. We're just going to give away 2. I'll just buy another one and send it. Come to find out, both the people that had won actually live in the same house. So they were like, don't worry about sending us 2. We live in the same house. It was just one of my family members who entered. Just send the 1. I was like, sweet. That'll work. Yeah, right?
You lucky little prick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really enjoying the fact that you were going to have to buy a second one of those camera birds to give away.
We would have took care of it. It's just money. Take it with you.
I know you would have, and I'll tell you, I do remember that story from last week now, and I remember making the remark that you are a better man than me, because right there I would have said, "Sorry, number 2, just kidding."
Yeah, it was actually J-Bo FPV, I believe, that I forgot, or J Drone or something like that. J Drone, I think it was J Drone or J-Bo.
Yeah, it wasn't J-Bo.
Okay, it was J Drone then. Some guy named J Drone. I forgot to put on the wheel there. I felt kind of bad.
J-Bo don't want no stinking camera bird.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I decided that, you know, I wanted to keep it consistent and do it weekly. But the trade-off on that, because of, you know, obviously the fatigue and, you know, some of that stuff, is I wanted to make it a shorter show and kind of stick to that hour, at the most hour and a half, you know, slot there.
Well, you know, when we kicked off Hump Day, and we did it for a long time, we did it every week. And I think it was after the first year or so, we decided, maybe we even made it 2. I don't remember. Because this has been going on for a while now. Anyway, we decided that to try to keep up that pace and keep, you know, coming up with fresh content, like, it was just hard. And that's when we decided to go to every other week.
I can definitely see that with the NoobTube, because you are strictly FPV. With my channel, it's a little bit different because, you know, I cover all the drones.
Hey,
So
what are you talking about? We got Frank the Tank on here. He shows us all his cool little Jeeps and shit.
and that's kind of where I feel like by being able to cover all of the drones and RC or whatever you want to do, you never really will run out of content as long as you're just keeping up with the times. There's always something new. There's always something changing. There's always something revolutionizing. When you look at the spectrum of all drones, not just the FPV, when you look at the toy grade, when you look at the camera drone, when you look at the FPV, when you look at the whoops, there's just, it's just, you could just go on and on and on.
Yeah, and that's where we flounder a little bit, Chuck and I, because even though we stay in touch with some of it, we're definitely not hands-on with all that other stuff. And because it's not our primary interest area, even the news and the events and things we happen to fall behind upon. And for a while, I was buying new hardware when it came out, when it interested me and stuff, and so I had things to talk about. But I've been riding this whole one platform train for so long that I'm not changing motors, I'm not changing flight controllers, so I'm not buying those things. And it does make it a little hard to talk about stuff sometimes. And then there are times where just the news and the goings on are a little bit in a lull as well. So,
well, and that's just it. It's obviously it's easier if you have the stuff that they're talking about, but you don't necessarily have to have every new product to have a conversation about it and throw your ideas and opinions on it. Something comes out new and you can do a little bit of research and say, okay, well, by the look of this looks quite interesting, or this looks like it might be a piece of crap, whatever, what have you.
All right, Leon, I think I sent you a link.
There you go. Leon wants to hop on.
If not, some random Leon got one.
I do want to have guests on the show at some point. I'm still trying to iron out those details, but it's something that, I want to try to do regularly if possible. Maybe one guest a month or something. I had one guest that I'm hoping still gonna come on. That person is, I guess, really, really busy, and I guess they took a little holiday break. So maybe in the new year they'll be able to come on as a guest on the show.
Leon just informed me that he was speaking in general one of these weeks. He would like to be a guest. So anytime you want, bro.
We'll put you on right now. Come on.
Yeah, you say you want to be on, dude. You're getting a link. But doesn't that look cool behind me? That light right there. I just think that's cool. Twin Towers, and it looks like it might be snowing.
I was going to say I saw snowflakes. All of a sudden, I didn't see anything else.
Yeah, it does look like snow. Does look like snow.
It is.
Yeah.
Lynn, I don't know what you would have replied, but you shouldn't need to.
Oh no, he's messengering me.
Oh, okay, all right.
His brother is apparently hogging the cam, so he can't right now.
Gotcha.
But I would just kick my brother in the nuts and take it from him. But that's probably why I don't have any brothers.
The good old days. Yeah, well, I have two.
Yeah, well, I told my sister I'd kick her in her big old fat one time.
Hey, Chuck, is your sister hot?
Dude, she was like a 300-pound iron worker. So, whatever's your pleasure, big dog.
Keep talking. I did have to
real nice.
Hey, I can honestly say that I made an iron worker blush.
Oh, wow. How's your guys' holidays been?
He's the golden child Fortnite streamer. Yeah, we tell him Fortnite is for sissies. Come fly quads.
Roblox all the way.
Come and fly quads like a real man.
So I wanted to ask you how you guys' holidays have been.
Mine was good. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going
like
all
that. The holidays have been like that.
Have you got any snow footy, Chuck?
No. All my quads are freaking broken.
Yep. I'm almost there.
This weekend, I'm gonna do some repairing. I'm gonna do some waterproofing, and get Chucky's gonna get back on track.
Nice. Yeah, I know all about the braking. I'm down to, I think actually, yeah, 2 right now out of my 4. So time to do some repairs as well.
Yeah, I'm down to 0 out of 4.
That sucks.
The woodyard did it to me,
Oh, absolutely.
and in one other place, but yeah.
I honestly feel if I flew the last 2 packs that I had on Sunday at that crazy abandoned Bando City, that's what we'll call it. I think that's what we're gonna call it, Bando City, right? If I flew those last 2 packs at Bando City, I'm pretty sure I would have only came back with 1 or 0 quads working.
If you'd like to know what the hell he's talking about, you could visit his channel, I believe, right?
And Chris.
And MD95 TSI's channel. MD95 is probably going to be way cooler because it's FPV. But I do believe that guy over here, Eric, has done like an urban explorer kind of thing with
No. That was not out yet. That was not out yet. I just
well, that's
have
coming.
FPV.
No.
Yeah, that's coming.
Well, I'm fucking this all up. I'm trying to give you plugs here, and I just whatever. Fuck off.
I do have FPV video out with the GoPro Hero 9 Black that is out right now.
And apparently, I have not watched it yet, but apparently he did not pull any punches because he was flying that fancy schmancy camera.
Yeah, I almost lost it a couple times.
I mean, we did give him enough shit like all week before that to where if he didn't, he would have lost all face. So he really didn't have a choice because we kind of fucked him on that.
I had to push myself.
Yeah.
Believe me, I was puckered up really, really nice and tight.
Yeah, well, Tommy G, I am notorious for picking the wrong plug. Hey-yo.
But I will have a much more cinematic urban exploration video coming out very soon. So just stay tuned for that.
Very nice.
Rebecca's already seen it. I got her approval, so she gets a sneak peek before it's live.
Oh, you got a never mind. Complete blank. Approved.
#1 fan.
Very nice.
Hey, Vampire, you're too old to be using those little texting acronym things anymore.
You can't even use Messenger, and you're using emojis now, John. Come on.
That's like no. That's like teeny bopper texting shit. You're too old for that now, bro. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Well, it's his birthday, so we'll let him get away with it today. But that's it. After today, no more, John. That's it.
Dang.
And Tommy is on a roll tonight.
He gets that way once in a while. I love this guy.
Uh-huh. Absolutely, man.
Yes, thank you, Tommy, for keeping our show interesting as we run out of shit to say.
Well, so while I was at Chris's, I took a look at that mount that I made for him. So you guys remember a few weeks ago I was showing you the Hero 8 mount that Chuck and I had been working on. So for Chris and Eric and anybody else, we now have a Hero 9. I was surprised. I do not have a Hero 9. I did not take any measurements from the camera the way I normally would. I found some information online and found an STL that somebody else had used, like a scanning program and a camera to map. And other than a couple very minor issues, and I mean minor, like he could have put it on there and flown it. It came out perfect.
I really like that design too. I do like that it's way easier to get in and out.
And I don't believe this. The brightness of my monitor is completely blowing it out.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, but what you guys don't know is there's more. Oh, and the ND filter slot.
So
camera
here.
on. and you stick it in, and you get it in the slot. And if I can do this,
It's a
I
little
always have
weird.
a hard time. I have a hard time getting it in the slot in the dark. And oh
what a filthy slot.
baby.
And Chuck, I see something there. That must be one of the ones I printed that somehow the bottom of that mount, the right side to you, ended up falling below the build surface and it just truncated it. Not the bottom, but the right side.
On the side there where it's
You're
got
talking about
the
this?
Yeah, that's usually a lot thicker.
Yeah, all of them are like that, I think.
Okay.
This is oddly satisfying.
That's what you're going to get some revisions. You can see here maybe how much thicker that side is.
Oh yeah, that looks.
Oh
that looks
yeah,
good.
dude, way better.
Yeah,
That
so when you
looks
were saying there were some problems with that side, like it just seemed that's probably, and I just didn't catch it before they printed.
Actually, I think that was the thing that least bothered me, but that's beside the point.
Now,
Well,
with
and
that
then
design,
since everybody's here, we had to. Where'd it go?
Chuck
We had to make a revision.
in the dark.
Yeah, we had to make a revision to the lens holder for the ND filter because we were getting a lot of the corners showing up in the shot, and everything is now gone with this revision. The last other thing we did is we added just a little hump in there. I think you can probably see it right there. It's just a little bump, and all it does is kind of hold the ND filter from kind of rattling side to side. Really shores it up nice. Other than that, this one's ready to roll. And I took this. I wish I could say it was the same design. What I'm going to say is it's all the same design features and wrapped it around a GoPro 9. I wish it was as easy as just saying scale it up a little bit and it worked. But the lens design on the 9 is completely different because it pops off. So the geometry is completely different. Everything lines up a little different. But this original, or this one here, actually took a couple days to iron out of total time. That one I slammed out in like 2.5 hours.
so with that design there, Josh, you can probably still open up the battery door, can't you, on the 9?
No, and that is by design.
Actually, Chris said he could push it to the side a little extra and actually do that.
Correct.
Okay.
That's one of the little things he needed to be fixed.
Because
However,
think about how much easier it is if you could just pop that door open and get your card out after you get done flying.
No.
we had something happening. This guy had something happening. So we intentionally left just enough TPU on there that it slightly wraps around that door. Because in crashes, his door was flying off.
Now that's on the 8. I have heard through the grapevine that the 9 is better about staying shut.
Grab your 9. Get your 9.
Oh.
I want to see. And Vampire, the answer to that is yes. And Josh, I would love to have a different color. That looks so cool with a different color.
You're getting a whole array, and you can mix and match.
This is
All right, I understand it's bigger, but take off the door of the 9.
Does the door completely come off?
Take it off.
Go ahead.
No, it does not completely come off.
Yes. Oh, wait, no, fuck you.
It doesn't.
Oh, wrong guy.
No, it does not come off.
It should just be attached to a metal bar.
See?
Actually, that looks completely hinged.
It is.
Okay. Nice.
It is.
Okay. Well, they
So
don't have
for
to worry
the 9,
about
that's not an issue then.
That's not an issue. And when it locks into place, I mean, it locks very, very secure.
I felt like the 8 did too. And look, I've never had the door pop off, but admittedly, I have many less flights on it than Chuck did or does.
Jeez. Yeah, you see that gap? Look at the gap.
Actually, you know what? It looks the same. It's just it looks like the shit's bigger on the 9.
Look at the gap on the 8, though.
Yeah, but the hinge design is different too, Chuck. That hinge is contained.
Okay.
Yeah. I hold on. Let me pop them both open.
Now, it does come off.
Yeah, mine, I just popped it off like that easy.
Not the 8, the 9.
The 8. The 8. I just popped it. I just literally just popped it right off on the 8.
That was the problem.
Yeah.
Well, okay. And when I say this, I'm reading little snippets that are all mashed in the chat. So when somebody says without a completely contextual sentence, it does come off. I don't know if they're talking about the Hero 8 or the Hero 9.
I'll try it
Liam is
again.
talking about the 9. I guarantee it.
Let me try it.
And he wants one.
Okay, it does remove. It does remove. This is the 9.
Now, okay, so
I wanted to be sure because I didn't want to break it, but it does come off.
So I'm going to tell you the same thing I've told Chuck, the same thing that I've told Chris. We can make any modifications you guys want to make. We can undo and revise those modifications at any time. The one thing you may not be able to do if you decide that you want to change the door capturing after you lose the door, it won't matter anymore.
It does seem to click in a little bit more secure, I feel, when it locks into place at the bottom. It just has a more of a click to it than the 8. And it's not because this is wore out, because I barely use it. So it's not that this one's wore out.
We already answered that question, Josh.
But what I'm going to ask you guys to do is to kind of chat amongst each other, because what I don't want to do is have a version for you, a version for him, a version for, and then everybody always wants changes, and now I spend all my time making revision changes. So try to come up with, like, we'll talk about this later too, but we'll try to come to an agreement for the people who are using the same camera on some features. How's that sound?
Wheats, hello. And yes,
Well,
I agree. It's the same for the 7 and the 8. The doors are trash. That's why we slightly enclose them so they can't open when you crash into concrete walls. But Leon, really all Josh needs is the measurements of your base, and all changes that are made will just, you get what you get.
3 things. Now, if you have them, it helps. But if you have some calipers, I need measurements from center to center, front, side to side standoffs. Then I need measurements from first to second row, or whatever the row is after that standoff, center to center. And then I need to know what angle do you want.
Now, you know what, Josh? It'd probably be better to have that door shut.
Well, and I was going to throw out there that Leanne, flies hard, and he's saying that door does still come off.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I think the added benefit of having it stay shut in hard crashes is going to outweigh the inconvenience of having to pop it out to get your card out.
Exactly. And I'll tell you what, Leon, it's actually still completely open on the end, but what you can't really see is there's a very tiny little itty bitty bit of an incline on the side right there that just holds the very corners of it so that it can't just.
Okay, you want a universal. That's doable too.
Is Ray still in here? Let him know that I'm going to go to the USPS as soon as possible to ship that frame out to him.
That's fucked up, homie.
I heard there was a personal delivery this weekend.
Oh, that's what I heard.
Hey, I got to talk to her. I got to see where she's at. She's going to be the deciding factor.
That's what you keep saying. A zip tie. That's not something I would have thought anybody ever would have asked for.
I'm a bolt-on guy myself. I hate anytime I ran a zip tie mount, all they zip ties did was break and my mount came off.
Yep. All the time. Yeah, unless you get the real thick ones, and I mean thick. You can get them. I think
even those, I have them.
Yeah. But you got to get the massive ones. I don't know where they are, but they're in there somewhere.
People know what big zip ties look like, brother.
Yeah. But I don't mean like the big ones.
Just press the button on your stupid hat again.
I don't mean like the big ones, man. I mean like the industrial, like when you squeeze down on that, you can hear stuff cracking.
Yeah, they still break. Doesn't matter.
Well, the problem is they get cut from the constant, rubbing up against either the carbon or what have you.
Oh, we're getting a show here.
Ooh.
I thought we were gonna see some titties or something. Shit.
Ha, wrong show for that. That's the after show.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Josh, you better talk while you're doing this, or it's gonna be real boring.
Well, I'm just kind of going through. I figured we were all just going to keep talking. I'm just working on it a little bit because it's on my mind. What I'm going to do is just hop in and make some of these little revisions that I noticed when I was down Chris's.
Liam, also notice the big giant bubble over top of your front screen. Love that shit.
I like that.
It's just a hollow bubble, really. It's a big cushion. It's a big pillow.
I love it. That's a great idea.
That
Could
is
you do the same thing on the back?
What?
Could you do the same thing on the back?
I've tried to do that sort of thing before, but it takes up a lot of battery room.
Listen, guys, if you ever have problems with the back screen, you just take a good firm piece of foam and you double-sided tape it to the back of that bitch. No problem.
Well, that's what I was thinking, Chuck. I'm thinking the size of the foam that you would put there. Why not just add that with the material of the TPU and just pillow that out a little bit to give a little bit more space?
Because to be honest, the foam works a lot better for handling impact.
In other words, he has no experience, but in his head, what he said makes a lot of sense.
No, I have had quite a bit of experience, Mr. Josh.
Well, I like the concept of the front pillow, so why not have two pillows?
Because Vampire is an FPV god. That's
right. That's right. I'll take it.
Anyway, that's something we can always incorporate. It's something I tried to sell Chuck on in a prior revision, and maybe it wasn't done as well as it could have been, but he didn't like it.
Nope.
I personally have the space on my top plate for the pillow, but that's me and my frames.
Forevermore wants you to push the button.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why it won't like stay on. It's just intermittent, so.
Liam,
those aren't pillows.
Totally my idea.
Those aren't pillows. Speaking of pillows,
well,
and
more proof that my computer is a complete turd, and it does not want me to run anything except StreamYard.
Oh. Can't wait to see some of them fresh buns.
I got hot buns.
I don't know what any motherfuckers are saying talking at the same time.
I know. I said I can't wait to see some of those fresh buns.
Well, that just fell in a dead audience. I would say the not the CL1, but what's the other one? What's the other cheap frame?
Oh, the Flow?
No, the cheap one from fucking RDQ.
Oh, the Source One.
RDQ Source One. It's actually better than the TBS one from what I've heard. And it's actually a very good frame. And I'll let you in on a little secret, Leanne, is 5-inch alien arms fit on it. On the at least on the V3, I believe. Might be the V3. And you can get alien arms at Ready Made RC for like $2.
Ready Made RC. I always forget about them. I don't know why. Every time I go to order something, I never think of them.
Yeah.
But whenever you say it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Ready Made RC. I need to check them out. Because they're the only ones that sell the alien arms for that price, aren't they?
Yeah, I got like a 5-pound box of them.
I got some spares as well.
That's the only reason I'm telling you guys about it. Otherwise, I'd keep that shit secret.
I'm trying to remember, but I think Chris and I had tried, but we tried to see if the alien arms would fit on the Reaver, but I don't believe they did. I think they were off just a little bit, but I could be
Chris
wrong.
has a quad, but the alien arms are on the V3.
The reverb, not the
Oh yeah, no, it don't fit.
Yeah, I was hoping
The
they did, because then I would just order a crap load of alien arms.
geometry is different.
Yeah, unfortunately.
This is just fascinating. I don't know about you guys in the audience. It seems like everybody's sticking around. We can just sit here and watch Josh do this.
Well,
Yeah, it's very interesting.
you kind of have to go backwards, so you can kind of see how I use a lot of native shapes together. And what you do with these shapes is you make a decision every way along the way of, is it a solid or is it a hole? And a hole essentially erases parts of other solids that either intersect it or overlap it. And so, you're seeing here where I wanted the corner roundness of this cube, but I didn't want that on the face. I just wanted it on the sides. I wanted a flat face. So I used, 2 holes to chop the front and the back off. And basically, as you build this stuff, if you want to go back and make changes, you then have to kind of go in reverse to the point you want to make a change, do your change, and then step your way back through.
I like holes.
It definitely looks very intuitive, and it looks like, that you can just manipulate it any way you need.
I'll say that I believe it is very intuitive, but like anything, it also has a learning curve.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not something, when you say intuitive, that you're just going to pick up in 5 hours.
Yeah. How long have you been working with stuff like this, like for design stuff like this?
Since March.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're relatively new to it.
I am.
Seems like you're picking it up pretty quick, though.
2 or 3 months before it kind of started to really make sense. But once it did, I was good to go.
Hey, Liam,
You're good to go.
You talking about the switchback frame?
Look at John over here. 3D printer extraordinaire. Tinkercad is pretty easy to pick up, he says. That's because John is a vampire FPV god. I love that banner.
And a lot of this stuff is just a collection, just a grouping of really simple shapes all put together.
All
That's
right.
really cool, man.
Hey guys, most of you guys know, but Leon is actually a pretty damn good racer. I was going to show you the frame he likes to use real quick, just for shits and giggles, because
there you go.
Because while I'm tripping around trying to figure out where I need to be in this design.
Actually, guys, I'm probably going to hop out real quick, go spend some time with the old lady.
Check this thing out.
Not the old lady. She's not old. You know what I mean.
33. All right, Eric. Well, thank you for joining us, brother.
Not a problem, man. Glad to be here on the season finale, and hope to see you on Friday.
That's the plan.
Awesome,
He's
man.
bringing bread.
Oh,
I am.
Bread will be broken. We will break bread.
All right.
Merry Christmas. Happy
New
holidays.
Year's, big dog.
Happy New Year's, everybody. And make sure I don't end the stream here and hit the wrong button, because I can just see that being a nightmare. I figure out how to leave.
So this is This is an interesting looking frame. I guess that's so you could flip over. Okay. I like how it's small. Like most of those fins are like crazy, weird, gigantic pod things. And apparently it has slots to do crossbars in the front. And no room to put anything in there. But that's pretty standard for your race frame. Arms look thick. All right, I will take a look at your switchback, Liam. Let me get back in StreamYard and get rid of this fucking thing. Like magic. It looks like Skeletor's nose. That thought ran through my mind, Mystery. Pull up the messenger. I still think you need to kick your brother in the nuts and take the cam from him, Liam. But make sure you're recording before that happens.
Please. Please. And I got nothing against your brother. It just sounds hilarious.
All right, and just because they're, I'm gonna do it. All right, when we're done streaming, or if you have you're doing it on your computer, open a tab, Google search. What was it? Google search Space Movie 1992. Don't talk about it in here on the live stream. Just do it. It's awesome. It's funny as hell. All right, Leon has sent me 2 photos. Damn, look, you got all fancy on that shit. Let's share that screen. Application window, messenger, share. Look at that, how it's all out of focus where it should be and in focus where it needs, like pro style. That could be on an FPV calendar.
Get all that stuff crammed into nowhere.
Dude, look, there's his cross or his receiver backpacking it. Now I run a slant frame, but screw all that. And if any of you doubted that he runs hard, you just take a look at that Fox Air antenna. And right here, if you can see where my little hand is, look at his freaking power lead. Damn, son. That wasn't no glamour shot right there. That was. Well, look what I can do. Look what I can do. Anyways. That's pretty cool, Ian. I'm sure it's fast, dude. He said he was using like 1922 kVs or some shit on
Yeah.
6S.
I saw that too.
You like that, do you, Jeff? Can you believe that was actually a thing? I mean, I swear to God, there must have been a literal shit ton of cocaine going on to make that happen. The space movie 1992.
Oh.
Leanne, do not Google that. I forgot you're young still. All right. So what are you doing, Josh? You just gonna geek out, or are we just gonna end the show, or what?
Well, I'm kind of ready to end. I don't have anything else on the agenda, and I'm just kind of working through some of these revisions.
Liam says his quad will do 120, 130. Prove it.
Uh,
I don't know, but I'm trying to find out what the fuck I did. Aha. Oh, fuck.
Whoa. Is that right?
I don't know, but now there's Packs of cigarettes all over my truck.
How's this different from?
Well, they're usually contained. Sending. Good night, Raz, man. We'll probably just sit here in awkward silence until Josh presses the button.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on our season finale. We'll catch up with all you guys and gals next year, aka 2 weeks from now. You guys make sure to have a very safe, hopefully very pleasurable, enjoyable, and or relaxing New Year's Eve tomorrow. And we expect to see you guys on the next show.
Expect. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Goodbye, guys.